Pakistan's November 1st deadline for the expulsion of undocumented migrants has ended. The country is witnessing a surge in the return of Afghans, with thousands making their way across the border to the Taliban-ruled nation. The move has sparked a mass exodus, tearing families apart and raising concerns about human rights violations. As the deadline ended, more than 10,000 Afghans rushed to the borders on Tuesday. Large numbers of migrants crammed into trucks and buses, headed to the Torkham and Chaman border crossing to return home. And according to Pakistani officials, the border crossing in Chaman will remain open till 4 p.m. local time to allow those who have arrived there to leave the country voluntarily. We lived nearly 40 years in Pakistan, but they did not accept us, nor give us any documents so we can stay. As you can see, hundreds of families in these trucks are going back to Afghanistan, and we are gathered here at the Torkham border. Some of these families are going to Kabul, some to Jalalabad and some Kunar. But the disappointing thing for us is that they should have given us at least 1 year. Due to this short time of only 1 month, we sold our properties at very cheap prices. Now we are on our way to Afghanistan, and winter is coming, and there will be no work for us there.
I had my own business in Karachi. I left it. I sold all my stuff and I'm leaving with that money. Everything else was confiscated. I was arrested by the police a day ago and released on a payment of rupees 6,000. Approximately $21 US. They are arresting people and releasing them on payment of money. The situation is extremely bad.
After the extension of deadline expires, the Pakistani government will start arresting the undocumented Afghans and take them to new holding centers where they will be processed before being forcibly returned to Afghanistan. The deadline is part of a new anti-migrant crackdown that targets all undocumented or unregistered foreigners, according to Islamabad. But it mostly affects Afghans, who make up the bulk of migrants in Pakistan. Now, according to Pakistan's Interior Ministry, the country is home to more than 4 million Afghan migrants and refugees, and about 1.7 million of them are undocumented.
I spent 45 memorable years here, but now it's over. I'm very upset because my business is down, and I'm worried about what we're going to do over there in Afghanistan in the winter. We can't do much because it's very cold there. If we'd had the chance to spend another 3 or 4 months here, it would have been great.
First November,
November 1 was the deadline for illegal aliens. That is tomorrow. They have until tomorrow to return voluntarily. From the 2nd onward, a very lengthy gradual operation will start.
Islamabad had announced the plan earlier this month, saying Afghan nationals had been behind attacks, smuggling and other crimes in its territory. Although since the accusations made by Pakistan, Kabul has dismissed it, saying that Pakistani security is a domestic issue. Now, rights groups are protesting against Islamabad's move, asking Pakistan to reconsider. In addition to that, Western embassies and the United Nations have urged Pakistan to identify and protect Afghans at the risk of persecution at home. It also added that Pakistan must meet its international legal obligations, including the principle of non-refoulement, and stop the crackdown against and harassment of Afghan refugees across the country.